Howdy, it's Jim Morado, and this is May 2023. We did a little drive through of Cadillac, Michigan on our trip to Michigan not too long ago. If you watch my other videos, you know we time our trips out perfectly. It doesn't matter where we go. It's gonna rain. It's gonna snow. In May in Michigan, it did snow on us some. Luckily, it did not snow on this particular day in Cadillac. I really enjoyed our visit to Cadillac, by the way. I did scout out a couple places I wanted to stop at, and we found a cool coffee shop called Owl's Eye, OWLSEYE, and we stopped there. I'll put up another video about it because I liked it quite a bit. And it was right downtown. Very sweet little coffee shop, sweet people working there. If I lived in this area, I would be hanging out there all the time, just because the place had a good heart. It almost had you kind of see these almost Christian mission type coffee shops popping up, where they're not there to make a profit. They're there just to be good people. And I definitely got that vibe from Owl's Eye, and it just was a cool little place. I did stop by the post office. It was a bit crowded. I like to collect postmarks, but yeah, it was crowded. I'll try to come back on another day. And kind of not exactly across the street, but almost directly across the street from Owl's Eye was a bookstore. I believe it was Horizon Books, and that was a cute little place. We really enjoyed that. Had a great selection of local books. A very sweet lady was running the place. She was just nice and helpful. Yeah, they had local books. They had books signed by local authors, and independent books, kind of self-published by locals. I love that kind of thing. That's the kind of thing I look for when I'm on the road. I collect books, and the more independent, the more self-published, the more very specific to a small area it is, the more interested I am in that book. And they had a lot of that kind of stuff, and I'm just happy to see it. And there's their post office. Pretty cool post office there. And we're heading out. This was a great trip, by the way. We went up. It didn't quite go up into the UP or any of that, but we went to Grand Rapids, went to Holland. We drove around and saw a lot of lighthouses, and we just had a sweet time. This was a great trip. Michigan, to me, is probably, in my opinion, the most underrated state there is. It's not, there are some small states that you can probably visit and cover in a day or two and say you've seen that state. That is not the case with Michigan. It is packed, and people don't get it. I mean, they've got forget about Detroit. Detroit's got a lot going on for it, but even when you get outside of Detroit, there are minor league ballparks. There's lighthouses, plenty of lake shores. And by the way, on this trip, I got into trying to look for rocks at the lakes, and that was a lot of fun. I did find a few Petoskey stones. And on this particular trip, thanks to the weather, we didn't quite get around to doing some things we'd hoped to. I've been up through Michigan several times, and we have never made it to Mackinac Island. And we hoped to on this trip, but it just, that got canceled out. So hope to do that again on a future trip. But we had a great time. We enjoyed Cadillac. And, it was a cute little town, as are just about, every town in Michigan is cute. And we just enjoyed it. A little information from Wikipedia. Cadillac is a city. It's the county seat of Wexford County in Michigan. Population around 10,000 as of 2020, making it the second most populated city in northern Michigan, after Traverse City. Settled as early as 1871 and formerly known as the village of Clam Lake. Lots of history there for sure, and there are some historic landmarks. There's the Charles T. Mitchell House, Clam Lake Canal, Cobbs and Mitchell Building, Shea Locomotive, and it goes on. Yeah, there's a ton of history here. I need to go back and just spend some time exploring Cadillac.